Are live. Oh my gosh, I'm Alexandra Harbushka, founder of alexandraharbushka.com, founder of Life with Herpes, founder of the Secret Society Wellness Products. I am so excited to be here with you today. I'm a little late because the day just flew by for me. I decided to take a shower, I'll be honest, and the day just flew by for me. So yeah. Oh, my phone, my watch, just whatever. Okay, so, hey, princess. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see some of you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I love it. Okay, so I am cleaning up Clinton's dinner. I got my vacuum out. We had rice, so I got it all going, and I thought, Bill's giving Clinton a quick, bath, so I thought I'd go live really quick. Hey, Daisy, I haven't seen you in forever. Hey, Mari. Hey, Virginia, how are you? Hey, it's almost 10 p.m. East Coast time. I know, I'm so sorry. Yeah, wine. It's all about the wine. All about wine. Okay, let me just get to the questions. You guys had a lot of questions today in the stories. Let me get to them, and that way we can get to the night, and I can get back to my cleaning up Clinton's dinner mess, because it is late for you guys. Okay. Questions from my stories. You're doing makeup for weddings? I need to learn how to do makeup. Can you teach me, Daisy? I need to know that. Okay. Anyways, symptoms for the Prodrome. I always say it wrong. They're different for everybody, but some of the common ones are swollen lymph nodes, tingles. So for me, it feels like a spider is walking on my skin. It can be itchy. It can be, just like itchy or tingly. Obviously, if you have a lesion, of course, or a cut, but that would probably be that. Wanted to let you know your new relationship is still going strong after a month. That's awesome. I'm so excited for you. That's awesome. And I know you disclosed a little while back, so that's so great. Okay. Can you shed on surfaces? That's a great question. I am not sure. I do know the virus is skin to skin. So the transfer is skin to skin. Now, I like to use the example of, let's just talk, you disclosed on the second date. Wow, that's so great. So let's just use the example. Let's say I have an oral outbreak. I'm having this glass of wine. Let's say I take a sip. And then I go to my husband and he takes a sip in the exact same spot where I take a sip and I have an outbreak. I most likely will transfer it to him, because then at that point it would be like an active virus. Now, let's say hours later he comes back, that's probably pretty hard. So can you shed on surfaces? I would say it's really pretty hard to transmit herpes. I have heard of it happening. I have, but I'd say it's really, really hard. So it's not very common. Do I happen to know what a high 46 in HSV1 test result means? You know what? I do not know. I do not know exactly what that means. It is hard to say. The thing about an antibody test, unfortunately, you can't tell how long you've had the virus. You can't tell if you were just diagnosed or you've had it for a long time. So I would ask your medical provider what that means, what that number means. I do not. Daisy, you live in Vegas? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, let's talk. You'll drive to Vegas. Wait, where are you? Where do you live? When do you know if it's okay to have sex when your outbreak has cleared or have no symptoms? So for me personally, I wait about 2 days. So I use the example, let's say my symptoms clear up on a Friday, I'd wait till Sunday. So that's just me personally. That's when I feel comfortable. That's when I talk to my husband, Bill, about it and let him know and give him the option. The way I know it's cleared, this is for me personally, this is not some like medical anything. I no longer see a visible outbreak and I can't feel it. So for me, that feels when you touch that, like the outbreak, the nerve, it's that like that feeling. I don't have that feeling anymore, and it's cleared up. So that's how I personally know. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But that's for me personally. All right. Can you have caffeine while taking the antiviral? Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. I used to drink caffeine all the time. You can drink alcohol. It is a different, it's not an antibiotic. An antiviral is something completely different. You just got in a relationship like a month ago, and the person I was with, we got diagnosed together. It was hard to move forward. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, his bath. Oh, hi. Hi.
Say goodbye. Say goodnight.
Okay, that means I have to hurry. I have to hurry, guys. Okay, I have to hurry. I have to get my game face on. Okay. He didn't fight for you, so you knew he wasn't the one. Okay, so you both got diagnosed together. It was hard to move forward. Okay, so like I think that you're on the right path, princess, is that you know that if this guy didn't fight for you, herpes has nothing to do with it. The person will fight for you when he or she is in love with you, when they are just madly in love with you. Literally, herpes has nothing to do with it. Why do some doctors prescribe valcyclovir or either acyclovir for HSV-1? Any differences? So Valtrex is the branded drug. It is the first drug that came out. It's the branded. Then acyclovir or valcyclovir are the generic brands of it. A lot of times it could do with their pharmaceutical rep. It could be like how much money do they get for prescribing which drug. It could be when they have a preference over. I've always taken the generic. I've never taken the branded Valtrex. I've only taken generics, but that's a good thing to bring up. So a lot of times people will say, "Oh my gosh, I'm on Valtrex, or I'm on acyclovir, I'm on valcyclovir," and I keep getting outbreaks. I would say try a different one. You don't know, like it just might be that much of a difference in the recipe that it might make a huge difference for you. So I'd say try that. Breakups are tough. My relationship with the person I contracted HSV from just ended, and it's been tough. Stay strong. Yeah, breakups are hard, period, the end, right? It's an end of something. It's an end of a relationship. It's an end of a friendship. It's an end of, it opens the, like just that, oh my gosh, what's next? A lot of fear. Have you heard of stories of someone having a first ever outbreak after getting COVID vaccine? Yeah, I actually talked to someone today who had that experience. So who knows if it was the vaccine, who knows what it was, but I have heard of that. Cool. Virginia, I would love to go live with you right now. I only have like 2 more minutes before I gotta go put Clinton down. So I would absolutely love that. But unfortunately, I don't have the opportunity to go live, but I'd love to. Some insurance plans cover acyclovir, not valcyclovir. Yeah, it just depends on your insurance, depends on the doctor. How was your first experience disclosing to someone? The guy in my town is someone I have interest in, but the town so small and it gives me the anxiety. Okay, as far as disclosing, I would say if you like this person, and you're willing to take a risk on this person that has nothing to do with herpes, but you're willing to take the risk on this person. Like, do you really like this person? Is this person someone that you're like connected with? Then I would say absolutely disclose, go for it. We cannot control someone else's outcome. So this person may or may not tell people. We don't know, and that's not anything you can control. What you can control is your happiness and your desire to be with this person. So if you feel like this person is worth the risk, anything, take herpes out of it, worth the risk of opening your heart to, worth the risk of sharing your life with, worth the risk of, just doing things with, then I would say, yeah, absolutely disclose and put your heart out there. Love like you've never been hurt. That's what life is all about. Okay, you said your doctor suggested to use the antiviral when I'm having an outbreak and continue using the lysine daily. Something our bodies build a resistance to is the antiviral if taken daily. Yeah, so taking the antiviral is really great for preventing transmission to a partner. If you don't have frequent outbreaks, then taking it when you have an outbreak is great. That's personally what I do. Yeah, sometimes our bodies do build resistance to things we consume daily. Sometimes they don't. I do know people that have taken it for multiple years, 20, 30 years, and other people are like, no, I've taken it for like a few months and I'm over it. I would say do what you feel right is right for you. If it's a period in your life where you're like, I just need to be on this, I can't deal with getting an outbreak, or I'm dating or whatever, then I'd say do it. Absolutely do it. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Oops. All right. I really want to take the daily antiviral suppressive therapy for HSV1, although I have no idea if I have it orally or genitally. Is that fine or even worth it? I'd say if you're not getting outbreaks, it's not worth it. Like, why take something you don't need? If you're getting outbreaks all the time and you can't, you're like, I need a break from getting outbreaks, then yeah, take it. Take it. That's what it's for. But if you're not getting outbreaks, don't take it. There's no reason. Yeah, there's no need to take it daily unless you're having frequent symptoms. That's just my 2 cents. I personally agree. I'm not a doctor. Keep that in mind. I'm not a doctor. But why fix something that's not broke? If you're not getting outbreaks, why take something? You got your diagnosis 2 weeks ago. Your videos and posts and lives have helped me with anxiety. You felt so alone. You're so welcome, Katie. You have outbreaks once a month when I get my period. Do you recommend taking the daily antiviral? I would say that's extremely common for a lot of women. I would say, are there things you can do leading up to it? So can you up your lysine dose? Can you potentially take the antiviral on those few days that you have your period? Can you maybe get some extra rest? Can you maybe spend some extra time in the sunshine? Fresh air, those things like that. I'd say maybe try that and see what happens. Like, when I know, like, travel causes outbreaks, so I a lot of times will take an antiviral the day I travel, the day before I travel, like the night before I go to bed, and then the day I travel, and that prevents me from getting outbreaks when I'm on vacation. All right, guys, I have got to go. There's so many questions I did not get to. Here's a quick one. Can I use tampons? Yeah, you can absolutely use tampons, please. It has nothing to do with an outbreak. I personally don't use tampons. I use a Diva cup. It's like a little cup that I insert. And I also use the Thinx period panties. I'm obsessed with those. Those are what I use. So I personally don't use tampons. All right, guys, I've got to run. I got to put this little boy to bed. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for joining me tonight. I don't take lysine. Should I, Ashley? Lysine is an essential amino acid. It helps prevent the herpes virus from replicating, so it does a lot of great stuff. Yeah, it's a great thing to take. I recommend it. I've been taking it forever. I'm not taking it currently because I'm breastfeeding, but yeah, I would definitely take it. You're late to the convo. How does your hubby not have it all these years? I communicate with him when I'm having outbreaks. I talk to him about it. I let him know if, like, I have symptoms. I don't know. So if we err on the side of caution and we get creative and do other things. So anyways, guys, I got to go back to my vacuuming. Will have to wait. I got this mess over here. That'll have to wait. I got to run, put little boy to bed. I appreciate every single one of you. Also, if you are not coming to the retreat, I would love to invite you to the retreat July 30th, 31st, and August 1st in Las Vegas. Link is in my bio. Check it out. All right, I'll see you all soon. Happy night. Bye, guys.